Did we miss anything? Is there anything we missed?
All of his women.
Yeah.
Oh, believe it.
Yeah.
Are you a polygamist?
Really?
Are you a polygamist?
You're not going in that direction.
Really?
Just quick question. Are you a polygamist? Oh, he's married.
I
No,
wanted to be
he's
at one
married.
time. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, there you go.
You
I
wanted to be.
yeah.
What stopped
I
you?
did. Huh?
What stopped you?
When I had to answer to both of them at the same time. Yeah, because I walked in the...
Now, do you ever sit back and be like...
I walked in the room, they was both in the house at the same time. I walked in and said, hey. Neither one of them supposed to be there. I walked in like, it was like...
Waiting for the explanation.
They was sitting on the side of the bed and I was just like... What? They was like...
No. Gonna pick me or her?
No, it wasn't even that. It was just like, I wasn't supposed to be there. So it's like... And I knew then that I don't want that in my under my roof. Two women teaming up on me at the same time. It didn't feel right.
Yeah, that was.
It was a bit much. I could have handled it, but I knew then I was like, yeah, I ain't ready for this. And I was much younger too.
Do you ever ask yourself if you did everything in your abilities to make that happen?
I didn't.
Okay.
Because I know I could have. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a throuple. You know what I'm saying? But it takes responsible, like-minded individuals. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to, you gotta just be interested in the role itself. Right. Then you also have to have some basic understanding of the dynamics of these roles together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It can happen. And it's cool if it happens. I mean, you had a threesome before, right?
Of course.
Everybody, not to put my business out there, but we've been younger men experiencing things in life. You know, you have a threesome and in the moment, everything is cool. But leading up to it is cool. During it is cool. And afterwards, it's cool, right?
Now, afterward, it get a little complicated.
Nah, because you trying to tongue and you want to be a bitch girlfriend. She like,
You trying to make up for lost time.
It's different for me, Johnny. It's
But the
different
reason
for me, man.
yeah, see, because you paid more attention to one than the other one, and she saw it.
Yeah.
I know you did.
She started moonwalking with her eyes squinted.
Yeah. But I think it could work if you mature enough to do it. Because 3 to 4 incomes in one household,
it's lit.
That's
what I'm saying.
Which is what it's supposed to be.
It's lit.
But not only that, but just restoring the confidence in black men as leaders.
Oh, you gonna flip it like that?
No, I think that's important.
That's a piece of it. That's a part of it.
Yeah. Flipping with it. I ain't knocking it. I'm trying to see where this shit going.
It's a lot of things under the umbrella.
A lot of things.
You know there's more than one way to.
No, I get it.
A lot of ingredients make a good soup.
Speaking of under the umbrella, you want to talk about that bet?
What bet?
A bet you had with what was it, Stevie?
I just talked about it on a couple podcasts. If you want me to repeat it on this one, it might be kind of like...
You guys know about this?
We heard about it already.
None of y'all? No?
No, sir.
I'll leave it up to you.
I just told you, it might not be good for your platform. I talked about it already. Like recently, like 3. I guess
3?
once here about...
Were they popular? Are they popular? Like
Yeah.
really, really popular?
Yeah, fuck it then.
You sure?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I'm just saying, it's just... once you hear about it, it's like, he talking about the same shit. That's how people feel. And then they scoot on.
No, I don't mind. 'Cause sometimes it's said on...
It's said differently.
And it's not heard as...
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, he wants you to tell us what the bet is.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's cool. I did it.
Yeah.
It's nothing I've ever done in my life that I'm not ashamed of, bro.
Nothing.
That I am ashamed of. It's nothing. I mean, it's some I've made some mistakes in my life,
That's not the same as being ashamed, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, when you sit back and be like, I had more sense than that.
Mm-hmm.
I knew better than that. I knew I knew them people were gonna lock me up for doing that stupid ass shit. You know what I'm saying? You're ashamed of certain things, but I ain't really like, that was the lowest time of my life. And I sure wish I could turn back the hands of time. I ain't that nigga. Like, you know, if I did it, hey, I can stand on it.
Right.
Cause you got to. And you know, it's funny you said that. Anything you do in life, man, before you do it, if you feel ashamed of
thinking about
it, or if you're ashamed before you do it,
don't do it.
Because see, I'm gonna show you the whole thing and what you point out. When I made the bet with Stevie that I would beat him on a comedy show, I got a standing ovation. I won, but they gave him the win. So then it was like, well, damn, both of us lost. So then it was like, well, shit, well, how we gonna? But the initial bet was whoever lose got to wear a dress. That's what you get into, right?
Right.
Now here's the interesting thing. It played out. Nigga jumped out with the dress. He's supposed to have to wear the dress too, nigga. And we was gonna do the whole shit and have a comedy show to go back and talk about this experience. This nigga jump out with his regular clothes on when he just had a dress on.
Right.
Nigga 1, 2, nigga, I was like, you know what I'm saying? And then when you hear niggas like Dave Chappelle, nope, wasn't do it.
Right.
I walked away, you know, and I'm like, boy, I should have Dave Chappelle this shit too.
Right.
But what it was is, I always tell people this, and I want you to make a mental note of this. Be aware of the man who gonna stand on his word. Because if he tell you he gonna do something, you got to believe him. You can't play with a man that gonna stand on his word. Because if he tell you he gonna do something, he gonna do it. So that's the man you don't want to cross. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So at that moment, when nigga like, yeah, nigga, that shit sound cool, but nah. And you know, nobody would say, man, he was a man of his word. It was a bet. And they're like, it was a dress. Nigga, it's a fucking material. It's a fucking piece of garment. You know what I'm saying? Like, past all the bullshit, it's a fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Cloth.
It's a piece of cloth, nigga. Right? So, with this whole bet with the Tory Lane shit, well, I thought we'd catch flack behind that. I'm gonna show you.
What was the bet?
That he wouldn't get found guilty. I thought it was gonna be a mistrial. That shit just started getting
What'd
wild.
you bet?
I bet that's how I ended up with the bald head. That's how I ended up being shaved with the
Oh,
bald
right.
head.
You shaved your head. Yeah, I
And
saw
I
that.
did it. I said that shit on Vlad. You know what I'm saying? So nigga was like, soon as that nigga was convicted, I had 100,000
Messages.
pings and messages like, come on with that baldy. Stand on this shit, my boy. Chop it off, the big chop. Now I'm gonna tell you how interesting it is. I said, now if I cut my head, it's gonna look like I made a bet because I was supporting this man, right? And I publicly scalped myself on behalf of believing this black man was innocent, who done this very bad
Atrocity.
thing to this black woman.
Right.
So before I did, I said, no, this shit could come with some backlash because people just be, the conspiracy theorists, they come out, you know what I'm saying? I said, fuck it, I'm gonna cut my hair because I said I'd do it. I made a bet with Miss Shanika on my morning show. So when I cut my hair off and I went bald, you know what the message was? You a real nigga, you stood on your word. But if I had to wear a dress in this, would I have still been a real nigga and stood on my word? Because I put the dress on. If she would have said I gotta wear this dress, if Tory Lane is found guilty, and I had to put the dress on, would I still be a real nigga and stood on my word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you flipping it like that.
Just think about it though. That's what I'm saying. So when they saw the dress, niggas like, nah, nigga, nah. But then it was a bald head. Oh, you a real nigga, you stood on your word.
I guess you get that from people who would look at it in a way where I'm not doing that under no circumstance.
I get it.
Well, then don't make the
fucking
bet.
bet.
Yeah,
That's
don't
what
make
I'm
the bet.
thinking. Don't make the
But I
bet.
was so assured, and I won in that bet with Stevie. So I was like, I know I ain't gonna have to wear it.
Yeah.
Then it came down to it. I know he ain't gonna wear it, and then it turned out. I was like, well, shit. Fuck it, we're gonna goddamn as men. We're gonna stand on it, and it just they
He
played.
didn't do it.
And I ain't mad at him for not doing it because I get it. I probably, if it was the other way around, because I slick started to do it.
Started to take off the.
Yeah, but you didn't.
But I didn't. But then as soon as I opened the door and I saw that nigga was shut out, I was trying to jump back and they were closing the door. Like, there it is.
Got
You
you.
stood on your word.
Y'all stood on
Stood
my
on your
word,
word.
but fuck it.
Sure
That's
did.
got to count for something. That counts for something.
Give it up for the man keeping his word, man. Give it up for the man keeping his word.
Dresses, bald
That's
heads.
some foul
and whole
shit,
joint.
Stevie.
But you know what's
Foul
funny?
shit.
You know what's funny? That just be the difference on us when we stand on. It's so much. We be having so many issues with everything, bro. If there was some white boys in college,
That would have been
it
nothing.
would have been nothing. It would have been, look at Jimmy, he's fucking rock star, yeah.
Yeah, but we not white boys.
I know we not. I know we not. I know we not. But what I'm saying is,
You know what I mean?
but notice though, how they don't get caught up on certain shit.
But there's a reason. We have a right to have a certain sensitivity
We all do.
when it comes to our masculinity because
You're right.
every day for hundreds of years they've been trying to strip us of it.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
I understand that. 100%.
So we hold it there.
Yeah.
So and, you know, white boys in college, they don't give a fuck. They'll run down the street in dresses and panties and all
Yeah,
that
we
shit,
ain't
and they
doing
go on a
that.
date with a chick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck.
Because their self-esteem is too high for that shit to affect them.
But for us, when you
So
got
why
people
self-esteem
busting the
can't be
corner
that high?
on you and telling you, hey boy, turn around, get down on the floor, put your face on the ground.
That's why.
It's different for us.
I get
You
it.
know what I
I'm
mean?
glad you.
Isolation.
I asked that. I
Right.
wanted to hear somebody else
That's
say it
why.
in your words, because I've said the same thing. But at the end of the day, because I did that, if I said that and stood on that, then I look like I'm contradicting myself. That's why I asked you that.
Nah, I'm glad.
You know what I'm
I'm glad
saying?
you kept your word.
Yeah.
You got to be comfortable in your masculinity and you do something like that anyway.
I won't do that shit
Like
again.
Gat is very comfortable in his masculinity. If I say, yo, Gat, next episode wear a dress, he'd throw that shit on. No problem. No problem.
I already knew he was talking shit. Just the way he threw it to you. You was like,
Tripping.
ride for you though. Yeah, ride for you though. But he wasn't going for that. With the way you said it, that nigga was ready then. That nigga was like,
Come on, Gat. It's all in the
then when you
sweater,
say it's
bro.
like, nah, that ain't happening.
It's all in the sweater, bro.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.